So before starting this lecture, I congratulate all of you for moving into the final year. And in this lecture, first of all, I'll tell you what we are going to learn in this subject, where it will be helpful to you. I'll give you the syllabus overview, scheme, importance of the subject. As all of you know, the skill development 5 has no theory paper in university exam, but there is a practical internal of 50 marks and external of 50 marks included into the scheme. I'll share my screen before proceeding. I hope the screen is visible. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is the subject for practical only. Code is 780p7. Name is Skill Development Lab 5. Mainly signal and image processing are the content of this practical. Prerequisite means what should you know before learning this subject is a signal and system. Skill Development Lab 3, which is already done. Means you are aware about the MATLAB that we are going to use while learning this subject as well as the practical. Then digital communication that you should know. Digital image processing, parallelly you have DIP subject in this same. So the content will be covered in DIP as well as SDL 5 lab. Okay, so course objectives are to understand and gain the complete knowledge about design and implementation of signal processing in communication system, simulation and performance evaluation of digital communication system, design and implementation of algorithm to perform basic image operations, and to perform evaluation of image processing algorithms and systems. After successful completion of the course, you will be able to apply signal processing algorithm in various communication systems, identify the sustainability of communication system, evaluate methodologies for image pre-processing and post-processing, apply image processing algorithms in practical application. Of course, whenever most of the final year projects require image processing knowledge, so that you will get in DIP as well as skill development 5. Here is the syllabus, which is first unit is based on signal processing in communication system using MATLAB or Scilab, but we will be using MATLAB for this practical. Some methods are there. I'll just read it out. Monte Carlo simulation of binary communication system, multi-amplitude signal transmission, communication system design for band limited channel, signal design for zero and controlled ISI, linear equalizers, adaptive linear equalizers, probability of error for quadrature amplitude modulation QAM in AWGN channel, channel coding and linear block codes that you know in previous subjects. Second unit onward, there is image processing. Image processing using MATLAB. We're not using Scilab. Working with images, image types, image importing and exporting, displaying image, finding image characteristics, converting image formats. You know, different formats are there, JPG, then PNG, likewise. We'll see what are those formats later on. Applying image enhancement techniques. As you want to change the image attributes, that is nothing but the enhancement. Adjusting image intensity, enhancing image using different operations, rotating image, cropping image. You do all this in the mobile phone using several image processing apps like KineMaster and Photolab and so many. So behind this apps, several algorithms are written which work on the image taken by the camera, and whatever you say user gives vary, means whenever we are using image processing app on mobile or laptop, user is simply giving an instruction, crop, then intensity increment, brightness increase or decrease. It is simple, say buttons are there, but behind we have certain algorithm. We are working on pixels of the image. Resizing image requires several times. You might have resize image, compressed image for uploading the documents on say certain government forms or say institutional forms. Block processing, image convolution and correlation, spatial domain filtering, frequency domain filtering. Then third unit is associated with feature extraction and segmentation using MATLAB. Transforms, reducing noise, deblurring images. We will see what are those terminologies. Correcting background elimination, image thresholding, age detection, watershed segmentation, morphological operation, performance evaluation, and ROC analysis. For this subject, these are the textbook. I will not read the name, but majorly Gonzalez and Woods digital image processing using MATLAB is sufficient for image processing purpose. And here total you can see experiment list 1 to 17. University has given tentatively 17 experiment with certain objective or title, out of which minimum 12 experiment based on or relevant to the above list is to be there in this lab. So we'll be using 12 experiment, near about 9 experiment on image processing and 3 experiments on communication signal processing. So this is say the overview of the subject. Then in actual, there is only one lecture for the subject, and what we'll do, will simultaneously learn the concept as well as we'll perform the practical, so that in every lecture you will be every lecture or say within 2 lectures you will be finishing at least one practical. This is my target. Now here here are the PPTs. Again, I'm asking, am I audible? Is PPT visible? It is a title page.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so your presence is required in all lectures because we will be finishing at least one practical within 2 lectures, concept and practical. So attendance will be monitored this time, because if you are not attending the lecture, as there is no theory paper, I know the mentality of the student because I have already gone through this subject whenever the offline college was there, and I have seen that for lecture the attendance was very less and for practical it was full whenever the college was offline. But now there is online, so I'll be conducting lecture as well as practical at the same time. So I'll be monitoring batch-wise attendance. If particular student is not attending the lectures, I'll consider he or she has not attended the practical. Okay. And later on, I will ask particular student to perform the practical by himself or herself and explain it to me. I'll not re-explain that. So please convey my message to all the students, those who are not present for the lecture. So starting with the lecture here, now here the title is Sub Skill Development Lab 5, code is 780p7. As I already mentioned, practical subject is there, 50 internal, 50 external. We will be focusing on digital image processing first. That is nothing but unit number 2. We'll start with unit number 2, then 3, and then we'll come back to the first. Then overview and applications. So today we'll be focusing on where you are using image processing. Instead of learning code, instead of say learning algorithm, in very first lecture, we'll be looking at the importance of the image processing and its application. Okay, now welcome to wonderful world of digital image processing. This is just kind of PPT, nothing to be explained, but you will see it is an illusion image. It is not GIF, okay? It is not GIF, it is an illusion image, but due to say human eye, uh, wherever you look, it looks like it is moving. Whatever the orbits or circles are there, that seems to be moving wherever you look, and somewhere it say remains stable. It is a kind of illusion due to formation of this image. So just it is kept on the PPT, not related to actually whatever we are going to learn. Why image processing? Let's see why. Principal application areas: human interpretation and machine interpretation. Now, whenever we see certain image, human can interpret something else and machine can percept something else. It may happen. Like I have only black and white image. I have black and white image. I may say that being human, I may say that there is 30% area which is white in image, and machine may perceive that there is 70% area which is black into the image. So human interpretation and machine perceptions are different. Human vision is limited to visual band only. We know visible bands we can see. We cannot see infrared. We cannot see X-rays. But machine covers almost entire electromagnetic spectrum from radio waves to gamma rays. That's why we are able to use our remote, that is IR remote, to control television, sound system, home theaters, projectors, several toys, and many more. Similarly, we are able to use MRI and X-ray machines to penetrate light into the body, and the inner parts of the body like bones or some tumors can be visible and can be analyzed, and particular disease can be diagnosed. This is say medical imaging is a most important area of the image processing, because human naked eye cannot do this or cannot perform this role. Why digital? Exactness is there. Perfect reproduction without degradation due to digital, of course. Perfect duplication of processing result. Lines explanation. Convenient. First one was exactness. Convenient and powerful computer aided processing are available. As we have computer, it is digital. So digital image will be processed very fast. Analog signals are slow compared to, say, digital processing. So can perform sophisticated processing through computer hardware and software. Even kindergartners can do some. Next task is easy storage and transmission. Of course, one CD can store hundreds of family photos, or we can say thousands of family photos, depending on the size of the photos that we are using. Paperless transmission of high quality photos through network within second, that we do always. WhatsApp image, we suddenly send particular image to certain friend. What is a digital image processing? Digital image processing focus on two major tasks. What are those? Implement of pictorial information for human interpretation and processing of image data for storage, transmission, representation for autonomous machine perception. Suppose we are looking at certain picture like this PPT is on the computer or on your phone. We interpret that it is a pictorial information. I have written something, what is digital image processing, some point under that. We may read that, of course, but machine does not save this data as it is. It will be saved in terms of binary numbers. If somebody provides you the binary number, whatever is the internal file of this computer for saving this image, if somebody show you that and ask you what is this, everybody will reply, I don't know. Even if somebody give you clue that is it lecture of SDL5, still the student attending the lecture or attended the lecture will not say that yes, it is PPT number 5 which was covered in SDL5, because whatever the processing and data storage is done by the machine, it cannot be read by the human. So it is only for storage, transmission, representation, like that. Some argument about where image processing ends and fields such as image analysis and computer vision starts. Why do we process an image? Enhancement and restoration is the first motto. Remove artifacts and scratches from old photos and movies. That is the feature extract enhancement. You might have seen we generally provide particular old photo which has certain crashes, some marks on it. We give it to the photo editor lab. He or she performs certain operation on, and he removes all those non-required marks, stains, and then he or she provides you a fresh, smart looking photograph to you only because of image processing, and the step is nothing but enhancement. Improve contrast and correct blur images. Sometimes if we are taking an image with our mobile phone and if our hand is shaking or say moved due to certain reason, what happened? The image comes blurred. It is not clear. That can be also possible. That can be also corrected and can be made very, say, nice image, we may remove blurred image by adjusting the pixel inside the computer, of course, or machine. So it is enhancement. Then is a composition for magazines, movies, displays, printing. Another is a transmission and storage. Image from overseas via internet, we send it. Within second, I may send one image to USA or UK or anywhere into the world, or from a remote planet. Information analysis and automated recognition provides human vision to machine. MRI, what is MRI? We cannot directly see, but whenever MRI machine provides you the photographs, human can analyze those images and can see where is tumor, where is a hairline fracture, likewise. Medical imaging for diagnosis and exploration. Securities, yes, of course. Securities. Forensics and rights protection. Security maybe we can use. Of course, we are using, and not security like that. Somewhere the CCTV camera is say installed and somebody is continuously watching on the monitor what happening there. This is not processing. Okay? This is just you're taking a video and somebody is monitoring that. But we can have such algorithms like I have CCTV camera somewhere where is there is no say movement of any object, and if somebody comes inside that secured room, and camera will automatically capture the movement and may alerts to the authority that somebody enters into the particular room. So that is the processing. Like encryption, hashing, digital watermarking. I hope you know this digital watermarking, digital fingerprinting that you also know. Small theory part to understand what is image, why image processing. Later on we'll move to the practical orientation. Enhancement. What is enhancement? We are not interested in code today. We are not interested in algorithm today. Just see the very first image here. It is not that much clear. Some of the information is say not properly visible to human. But after enhancement, this is the image wherein you can clearly see several objects there. Similarly here, this is the example image, which is not, this information is there, but it is not properly visible to the human or user. But after enhancement, you can see this image. It is very clear in picture and information is also observable. Where do we need? See this X-ray. It is a chest X-ray. It is not that much clear, but after enhancement, I have better image and can see is there any problem with this person or not. Similarly, in electronics also, to find out the faults, PCB can be scanned under the camera, image can be enhanced, and from this image there will be of course certain templates, similar template, which are 100% accurate. Those templates are compared with this enhanced image. Difference will be found. If difference is 0, then this PCB is okay for further mounting or further processing. If difference is there, of course there might be somewhere fault in track, in pad, in say this IC section or anywhere. If difference between already saved template and captured image, you can see this also. This is some CT not visible properly, but after enhancement, we can do that. So these are certain examples of enhancement. As I said, we are not moving to the code or algorithm right now. Then another is restoration. What is restoration? Let's see. You can see the first image, which is some planet, maybe Earth, I don't know, has some, say, noise on this image. It is restored and you can see second image. It is very clearly visible. Similarly here also, I captured this image, but due to certain cause, there is a noise. That noise is removed here and we get clear picture. It is nothing but a restoration. Color image restoration is there. This is the example of correct color image. This is blurry image and this is the clear image. Yeah, all image restoration example. This lady is not that much beautiful, but in second picture, she looks beautiful. Again, blurred and noisy image. Second is some digital board is there, maybe computer motherboard or whatever. After restoration, it is clear. Why this restoration is required again in this? Because to find out the fault. If we are using blurry image and finding the fault, it is not that much easy, or it is very hard, very hard. But once it is enhanced and now somebody asks you to say, see the fault, it can be easily observable. Next is a composition. For magazines and movies, special effects we use is called morphing. You know, I hope the GIF is visible to you. Please acknowledge me. Is it visible? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you can see what morphing is done in this picture. And you may have seen several examples on WhatsApp, several examples on, say, Facebook, where some picture effects are given to certain images. So that is nothing but a special effect. One of the terminology in image processing is morphing. Then in the picture industry, what happened? In almost every movie, but such kind of effects are used at very large scale into the action movie. So you can see it is called artistic effect. You can see this shot is taken in front of some plain screen with certain light effects, certain angles of the cameras, maybe one or more. And later on, the video editing is done, and that is merged with certain scene behind. So that is artistic effect. Movie Bahubali. You might have seen the making of movie Bahubali, wherein everything is very clear. This one, you can see color of the lady is different and this man beside her has different color. Some effects are there. Of course, you can see. So you have such kind of example and you went through this kind of things. You might have seen certain YouTube short films wherein how the effects are involved into particular movie clip or entire movie that you know. But this is just what general. How it is done, what is the algorithm or program behind that, that we know, or general say person don't know this. We are not going to that extent. We are not making movie or say adding scenes to the movie, but we will be learning all the required basic steps which can be performed on the image, starting from image invert, rotate, crop, black and color to black and white, likewise compress. We will see everything at learning level, of course, not the advanced level. This is kind of example of say advanced video or photo editing. Then visual mosaicing is also one of the example. You can see there are three different images are now togetherly combined, and you can see single picture out of this 1, 2 and 3. And we have such type of function in your camera. Can anybody tell me what is that function? We have certain function in our camera where we perform this operation.
Panorama.
Yes, it is a panorama mode. Panorama mode is not video. It is taking several images, maybe 5, 10, 20, 100, whatever. We don't know the algorithm behind right now, but it will take several images and join them together, of course. Join them together, of course, by understanding the pixels. If I am joining this part to this image, second image means first image to second image. So this part pixel information will be matched to this image, and wherever it is matched, there it is connected together. Similarly to the next, that is second image to third image. Generally end pixels are matched together and they are combined, processed, and will get one single photograph out of several images, and that function is well known to all of you. That is nothing but panorama, and it is called visual mosaicing. Then compression. You know what is compression? Why compression is required? Compression is required for transmission and storage. You might have filled certain forms of say GATE or say some government competitive exams wherein it is restricted that the size of your photograph should not be more than 50 KB or whatever 200 KB, and size of the signature is not more than 50 KB. Why? Internet can accept if we are uploading photograph of say 5 MB and 10 MB. It will accept. It will say upload. No worry about that, because we do that. We upload video, we upload photographs on WhatsApp on several say platforms. But here, if they accept say 5 MB or 10 MB of the image, and every user is sending such a large size image, what will happen? Thousands of people are uploading the image, at least 2 images by a person or per person. Their the server storage will be, of course, it will be limited. Then after a certain duration, they will get problem of storage. Next form will not be accepted due to say full storage at their end. Therefore, the sizes of image and required to say certain government or any say online form are restricted to certain KBs, because that is sufficient for printing, as well as it will store their it will what save their storage, as well as it will be very easy to transmit. We know transmitting large volume image will take time if internet speed is slow, but if we compress it and if we send it, then it will be very easily transmitted. So compression is required for transmission and storage. You can see here is the example. And information analysis and automated recognition. One of the example that you know, face recognition, number plate recognition, fingerprint recognition. Many of the student do project or perform these tasks several times since many years into the final year project. So here are the example of information analysis. Face recognition, say you'll get an analysis that it is of course particular person, or using number plate recognition you will know it is particular vehicle from particular state in the name of particular person. Then you might have seen such kind of things on internet. Sixth Sense likewise. So human machine interface, you might have heard name of this person. Who is this? I don't remember. So human and machine interface. For this purpose also we use images. Next is medical diagnosis. You can see X-rays, MRIs, biometric and forensic. So to understand or to identify the fingerprints, whenever the fingerprint image is taken, it may be blurry, not blurry, it may have noise. You can see in very first image there is noise, white spots are there. Those are removed here in second image, and image is enhanced. Then miss the white pixel is moved towards more white and black pixel moved towards more black. Then what happened? There will be contrast image. Brightest part shown by very, say, luminous white, and dark part is by, say, very dark black. So that's why the enhanced image, or this image you can see, is very clear to see the fingerprint pattern. Iris scan, yes. Palm, or all the fingers and palm, total palm can be scanned and can be identified which person is that. Then again, in weather forecasting, we use image processing. Satellite cameras took picture, and then it is processed and sent to the forecasting department, and from those images they know what is the density of cloud, is there any, say, what is the speed of air, is there any storm, and they can even check what is the speed of storm and at what time it will be, say, it will become harmful to particular city, in what direction it is moving. So that you have already heard in the news. So you know what is weather forecasting. So weather forecasting images are also images taken by the satellite, and after processing, the information can be extracted by the human, of course, because in weather forecasting there are humans, but directly they cannot see what happening into the globe. But after getting this image, yes, they are capable to alert particular area. Then watermarking, visible watermarking. You can see behind this certain image is hidden. This is watermarking. You can see here, this one. This one is watermarking. So it is called also called digital watermarking. Then one is visible watermarking. You can see it is visible. Another is invisible watermarking. For sending certain secret message, this invisible watermarking is done. And you can see after watermarking image is this. If this is encrypted image, it is invisible watermarking. If somebody transmit this image and suppose hacker is there and picked up this image, but he or she don't have decryption or say code to recover the image from this watermarking, he or she will not be able to understand what message inside this image or what kind of image it is. Another is hiding data. Of course, we may use. You can see these are the images. The last image. Then industry inspection. It is very, very important. Like in electronics industry, after completion of particular printed circuit board, if some component is missing, suppose this component is missing here into that image captured by the camera, of course, image will be captured by the camera. Of course, it may be color camera. It is converted into black and white. Then it is enhanced to say see all the information into the image. And this particular image will be compared with the template which is already saved into the system, which is 100% accurate template. And in that template, if there is zero difference, there is no matter of rejection of this particular board. But suppose this component is missing while placing the components on this board, then it will be captured, it will be compared with template, will show you the error that the board specifications or board attributes are not matched. Not matched means some component may be aligned, may not be aligned properly and may be missing. दोनों केस में it will provide you the result that is not matched. If this particular IC is not there into the manufactured board, then also you will get message no match. Or if it is aligned by certain alignment is say is not proper, like it should be 180-degree placed exactly, but it is placed somewhat tilt, maybe in either direction. Still, you will get an error message. A quality control team will immediately take out this board and will find out the error or may scrap this board. Will not go to the further fabrication line. So this is the huge say application of image processing. Again, in the medical field, wherever the medicines are manufactured, suppose I have here you can see in image 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8 tablets are there. We may take picture of 15 tablet in a single picture, a strip of the particular tablet. Suppose particular tablet is missing here because what happened first, it is a blank, what we can say, it is a blank paper, plastic paper having slots to place the tablet in particular orientation. And after placing the tablet, there might be chances one of the tablet may not be placed into the slot or one of the tablet may placed wrongly into the slot, because medicine, in the medicine, its brand is very important. If some brand is written on the top of the tablet, it must be visible to the user on the top side. So in both cases, it may be error. Of course, if certain tablet is missing, This will be compared with certain template, standard template. If there is no match, then particular strip is taken out from the fabrication line for, say, of course, inspection or maybe for scrap. Again, bottle filling plant, you can see camera is taking picture. First bottle and second bottle is proper, but third bottle is not fully filled. So that may be rejected on further fabrication line. Again, some kind of soldering, we can see soldering bubbles are there or anything in industry. Here some, I think food is there. Here in textile industry, you can see some pattern is there for particular, the what we say that in textile industry, and here is the fault into the texture of the garment. So as fault is detected, that part of the garment can be repaired or can be rejected from the fabrication line. So huge applications of image processing. Image formation. You can see complete EM band, gamma rays, X-rays. You know gamma rays for medical, X-rays for medical, UV also for medical, visible band for human. We take picture, then videos, we do certain operations on that. So visible band. Infrared can be for medical or maybe for industrial purpose like we use in remote. Microwave in, of course, in maybe in communication, maybe in industrial application. Radio waves in communication. So all these bands are the image band for the machine, but for human only visible band is, we can say, image band. Rest of the band not visible to the human. Extend the capabilities of human vision system. Of course, image processing क्या करता है? It extends the capability of human vision, because as I already earlier said, gamma rays, X-rays, whatever the role they are performing in MRIs and X-rays, that cannot be directly diagnosed or cannot be directly seen by naked human eyes. So from visible spectrum to non-visible electromagnetic power spectrum, from close distance sensing to remote distance sensing. As we know, whatever I explain regarding industrial application, the garment fabrics are inspected by image processing, means camera. Then medicines are inspected. Some industrial, means electronic gadgets are inspected. Maybe certain industrial processes inspected by camera. These all inspections are, say, close distance inspection. But what is remote sensing? Weather forecasting is one of the example of remote sensing. Another remote sensing is in industry, there are, say, huge boilers wherein the temperature is thousands of degrees centigrade. There human cannot reach there. So for that, thermal camera is also available. And accordingly, we can sense what is temperature over there. Again, in this pandemic, you might have seen there is some gun type of instrument that is with the medical team, and they are checking the body temperature of human. That is also kind of remote sensing. As it is thermal camera or maybe IR. Mostly it is thermal camera. Yes, any question? I will be finishing within 5 to 10 minutes. Any questions? I heard some noise. Okay. Further, visible images, of course, photography, you know, that is visible. These are the visible images. Motion pictures, visible images. Biometric are also sorry, visible images. Beyond visible, thermal images. So thermal images, human body disperse heat, that those are red pixel, and from the long distance we can have thermal camera, we can see the movements. Night vision cameras are also available where IR is used. So these are the thermal or beyond visible range. Radar images are also beyond visible range. Radar will also provide you the image. I hope you know. Fluorescent microscopic images are also beyond visible. Medical diagnosis, MRI, X-rays are also beyond visible. Fate and astronomy is also beyond visible. Positron emission tomography is nothing but PET. Astronomy, you know. Other non-electromagnetic imaging modalities. Acoustic imaging, use of sound waves. Potential location of oil and gases using sound waves. Seismic image. Non-realistic image. What are the non-realistic image? Those are nothing but the cartoon used in cartoon, gaming, art, graphics, etc. Those are called non-realistic image. Towards the future, nanoscale imaging is there. New imaging technology that can reveal fine structure at nanoscale is going to be useful in biology, that is protein sequence and folding. So that is nanoscale images. So this is all about the image processing, based on which we'll be having practicals, we'll be having some practice, we'll be performing small codes, and we'll be understanding what is, how to rotate image, how to crop image, how to invert image, how to get negative of the image, and so on. So thank you very much. If you have any question, you may ask now. I'll wait for 1 minute or 2 minutes. So please ask question if you have. Again, I would like to mention only 83 attendees are there in this lecture. Today I have not performed any practical. I gave you the overview of the subject. Later on, I will be taking small modules, not like that complete practical in a session, but I may take a part of the practical. So that will be considered like we have performed the practical on MATLAB, of course. So during that, if somebody is absent, I'll consider particular student has not performed the practical.